Hello and welcome to devlog 3 of my Godot RPG. Now I have quite a few different features, which is why this devlog took longer to make. I took a break for the couple of days after I made the last devlog. I'll try to make this devlog as long as possible as I feel I've rushed the first two, which is rapid fire clips. Now the first thing I really want to get into is screen switching. In the last devlog I forgot to show the actual clip of it. How it works is there's a black box which moves up and reaches the top of the screen in 2 seconds. When the player would switch the camera, instead starts a timer and the player can't move. The timer is 1 second, and once it's up, the black box covers the full screen and the screen switches. After the black box is gone, the player can move. And here it is. The next thing I did was add some sort of renewable currency. Now, The Legend of Zelda has rupees and Mario has coins, so I decided on gems. Now, they look kind of bare now with just a basic yellow color, but I plan on making more colors with different values later on. How it works is there's an Area 2D node, and once the player walks into it, it runs a function however many times I tell it to, which means I can get 1,000 gems from just one. I also made a sprite to go in the UI with a number beside it. Since I was making pickup bubbles, I thought I'd make a heart system. I have heart sprites with their visibility toggled by variable. When you walk into a heart, it works exactly like the gems. The major thing that I wanted to work on this last week is movable spike blocks similar to those in the beginning of The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. I wanted to make them only movable with a shield, and when touched without a shield, you take damage. I made a rigid body and made it so depending on the direction the player is relative to it, it would move the block at a specific force. And here is it. See, so when you are on the right, it moves to the right, or left, and so on. Same with up and down. Next, I made the actual shield, which still looks a bit off, but should be fine for now. So now you have to use your shield to move the blocks. I have to add damage. In one of the previous devlogs, I added a death animation, but I never made one for being damaged. I added an area to the block so that it could detect if the player can take away from a heart. Oh, sorry about the wording. Final thing I did for the spike block was add knockback when touched with a shield as well as a death animation. The last thing I made this week was an update to the heart system. I added half hearts by giving each sprite in the UI with an animation player. The animation of specific hearts changes depending on if the heart's variable has 0.5 at the end of it. It's much more complicated than that, but that's the basics of it anyway. So, here it all is. Thank you all for watching my devlogs. It really does mean a lot that at least some people are interested in what I'm doing. And I may not be the best at reading out a script. Like, as you can probably tell, I've made a lot of mistakes with the way I'm saying stuff or my grammar, punctuation. Not really punctuation, you can't actually see the words. But still. I plan on spreading the time between devlogs a bit to about 2 or so weeks, which also means a few more features in each of them. Bye.